On this episode of Game Shack, AtGames has just announced a whole bunch of upcoming firmware for their brand new 4K ALP. I'm going to tell you guys all about it, what you can expect to see, when it's going to come out, and also whether or not they're going to have another National Owners Day sale this February. All that and more coming up next. Hey everybody, welcome on back into the Game Shack, the internet's only haunted home arcade. I am your host, JDV. Thank you for stopping by. It really does mean a lot to us. Please give us a thumbs up if you did content like this. Helps the channel keep going, and it helps other people who might be interested in the home arcade scene to discover videos like this one. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, and if you have, hit that notification bell so that you know when videos like this come out too. All right, so yesterday, AtGames issued out a press release talking about the flipper lag in Adam's Family, the micro stutter issue, and some other things. Let me just jump on Adam's Family right off the bat and say that they've been working on this now pretty much, I think, from the get-go, and they acknowledge that they are continuing to work on it. Now, I'm going to do a separate video on Zen Pinball games and the lag that they have, but let me just simply say that I have a bunch of these Zen games on Steam and a very high-end virtual pinball rig, and there's a few of those games that still have pretty noticeable lag, and those games have been out now for about a year. So there is some lag inherent in quite a few Zen pinball games, which means to me that this isn't necessarily an AtGames problem, because again, no one's reporting lag in any of the other games, just that Adam's Family. Now, flipper lag is somewhat subjective in as much as that one person's experience with flipper lag might be, oh my God, I can't play this game because there's so much lag, where another person can play the exact same game on the exact same machine and say, what's the big deal, dude? I can play this game no problem and get a big old fat high score. So anyway, they acknowledge that there's a problem, they are working on it, and I would expect to fix sooner than later, hopefully by February 20th, because that is when they are coming out with their next big firmware update for the ALP 4K. For all of you guys who are frustrated because you can't download those packs or get those packs with the different games to activate, that is going to be fixed on February 20th. So on that day, you are going to be able to finally play those games that you might have bought already on your machine. So that is really good news. So you can play those Zakaria games, you're going to be able to play those Zen packs, you're going to be able to play Snoopy, you're going to play those title games. All the games that basically they have available up to now are going to be able to be downloaded and playable on February 20th. So that is really good news if you're interested in those packs, and I would expect hopefully that the lag on Adam's Family will be reduced in that firmware, although they're not saying that publicly, and I don't want to say more about that. They're already saying that the micro judder issue on those Magic Pixel games has already been fixed if you're into the newest firmware. So anyway, if you have an ALP, or if you're looking to jump in and say, wow, geez, I can't even get those other pinball packs, that all goes away on February 20th. You will be able to get all those games working on your brand new machine. So if you are interested in Peanuts or have already ordered it and are expecting to play it, you do have to get the new firmware to make that particular game work. But the bottom line is, for all you guys that own this ALP 4K, go ahead and circle February 20th, because that is a big day in terms of firmware, a big day in terms of getting those new games. They are working on Adam's Family. They say they've already fixed the micro stutter, and I'm sure they are going to continue to work on the playability of all of their games that come out. I'm just going to say again, I think it's an incredible value proposition if you are somebody who is interested in getting a higher end virtual pinball game that you don't have to build yourself, that you have a really nice user interface with, the ability to download more games, a big community of people who are going to be involved with this, a company that does stand behind their product and is hoping to put out a whole lot more of these and other skins if what's come out so far doesn't float your boat. Almost everything to that is to the good. I hope to have one of these in my hand soon so I can review it, hopefully in the next week or so. So I'll know a little bit more then. But anyway, circle February 20th on your calendar, because that is a big day. All right, hopefully you guys dig this kind of video. If you do, give me a thumbs up on the way out the door. Love each other, and until next time, I'll see you guys in the Game Shack. Mwah!
Be sure to visit evilgeniusentertainment.com for exclusive content, swag, casting call news, and much, much more.